This is Roland now, coming into the final corner at turn 21. A tenth and a half up after the first two sectors, and Roland goes second. Lost quite a bit of time in the final sector, so that means Vern is on the bubble. Verline now goes up into fourth place. De Grassi is third, but we've still got Robin Freitz out there and Stoffel Van Dorn. Here comes Sebastian Buemi, and he's 11th, quickest. Should have completed that first lap. And Van Dorn goes up into second place. Vern goes 6th, Freitz goes fastest. De Grassi gets shuffled out, and it's Freitz, Bird, Van Dorn and Roland that will advance through to the duels. De Grassi out, Verline out, Robin Freitz quickest, Sam Bird second, Stoffel Van Dorn third, Oliver Roland fourth. Those are the four that will advance through to the duel stages. Into the right-hander at turn 21, out across the line, and it is fourth for Mortara, but I doubt that'll be enough to send him through into the duels.
So he crossed the line with 1 minute 11 to go, so he could actually do... Oh, he's got off, turn 1.
And that is going to surely end the session. Here's what happened to Mortara then. Came across the line, finished his lap.
No, that's very odd, because normally
that looked the same as last year almost, didn't it?
The rear axle is very odd. It's brake by wire.
De Vries, Cassidy, Dennis, Lotterer will be the four drivers that have advanced through to the duels. So this is how the duels are going to work. Freitz versus Lotterer in the quarterfinals. Dennis versus Bird. Van Dorn versus Cassidy. Roland versus De Vries. Here is Robin Freitz now, coming down the hill. Lotterer's got the advantage at the moment, but it's only by 0.03 of a second as we come down to the bottom, and Freitz was loose there. Lotterer is starting to gain a little more time now. Here comes Lotterer across the line. He does a 1 minute 9.0. Freitz across the line, and he almost got there, but he's less than a tenth away, and it is Andre Lotterer who advances through. And next up, we will have Jake Dennis versus Sam Bird. Coming through the first couple of corners up at turns 3 and 4. Big slide from Bird. A 1 minute 8.749 for Jake Dennis. Bird is fractionally down on his compatriot as he comes towards the final corner. Bird across the line, and he doesn't do enough. Jake Dennis advances through to the semi-finals. Van Dorn about to come through turn 21 and set the benchmark time. Comes through, and he does a 1 minute 8.873. Cassidy across the line. Oh, he doesn't do it. Van Dorn gets him at the final corner. Now we're on to Oliver Roland. Quickest in both free practice sessions. Big lock up at 1. Big slide. He's still in the game. Roland comes through. It's a 1 minute 9.3 for Oliver Roland. It'll be a Mercedes head-to-head in the semi-final. Van Dorn versus De Vries. Lotterer versus Dennis in the first semi-final. Oof. Slide from Lotterer. Through the right-hander at turn 21. Clunks the curbs. Cuts the timing beam. And he does a 1 minute 9.0. But Dennis is up by 0.6 of a second now. And Dennis is on the front row.
As we see now the Mercedes duel, Stoffel Van Dorn against Nick De Vries. This is Van Dorn.
Van Dorn catching. The gap comes down a little to just under a tenth of a second. Huge slide from De Vries and back the other way. A right old tank slapper. Stoffel Van Dorn across the line. It's a 1 minute 8.407 for Van Dorn. Van Dorn is through to the final. It's Stoffel Van Dorn versus Jake Dennis for pole position. We're doing split screen here. Van Dorn on the left-hand side, Dennis on the right-hand side, so we can see both of their laps. We've delayed Stoffel Van Dorn's picture because he's obviously first on track. Can't get it exactly right, but it'll give us a good view of where they are and how they're doing. And at the moment, it's Jake Dennis who's quickest on the right-hand side, but Van Dorn is catching him. There's less than a tenth between them.
And Dennis's car is sliding around a lot more. His tyres look like they're going to get better and better as the lap goes, and he's wide out of 14. Though, see him shake his head. He knows he's made a mistake.
Well, we'll see through the next sector split if Van Dorn, is he going to extend his advantage? Oh, massively, 0.4 of a second. That mistake from Jake Dennis could have just cost him pole position. There's a reason he was shaking his head. Van Dorn is quicker by 0.4 of a second. Now they come up towards the chicane, the right and the left. And Van Dorn has the advantage. And if he just keeps it neat and tidy through turn 21, Dennis is quicker. He's closing the gap, but surely he's not going to close it enough. Out across the line, and it's Van Dorn on pole. And Antonio Giovinazzi will start at the back of the grid with Buemi ahead of him. Then it's the two Neos with Tictum and Turvey on the 10th row of the grid. Sims and Askew. Da Costa down in 16th position. His DS Techeetah teammate Jean-Eric Verne not too far ahead in 13th spot. Mitch Evans is 14th on the grid. Pascal Wehrlein in 11th. Eduardo Mortara is 12th. Then in 9th, you've got Lucas de Grassi just ahead of Maximilian Gunter. Oliver Rowland is 8th. Robin Price is 7th for the Envision Racing team. 6th is Nick Cassidy, so pretty strong performance from Envision. 3rd is 5th for Jaguar. 4th is Lotterer for Porsche. Nick de Vries is 3rd. And the front row, Dennis 2nd, Van Dorn pole.